Well, yesterday we worked on subtracting integers. Guess what? Today we're doing the same thing, but we're taking it one step further. We're going to use an algorithm. Yesterday we showed the why behind why subtracting negative numbers ends up either being positive or negative. If you need the why, you need to go back and watch that video. Today is the easy trick to use to help you add and subtract. It will not tell you the why. But if you follow these steps, it will make it a little bit easier than drawing a number line. So the first step we have is to add the opposite of the second number. Now, I'm putting in a special piece of information, and I put a star by it because there's a rule in math that we can follow that makes things kind of easy. So if you ever see when you are doing your subtraction of rational numbers, if you see two negatives next to each other, now two negatives can actually mean a minus and a negative. So when we see that, it actually equals a positive, which means to plus. So like I said, two negatives next to each other means to add or positive. Now, the next step after we do this first step, and we'll show both of these, you're going to follow the addition algorithm. Where is that located? In January 12th notes. We already did these, but here's a review of them. So if we have the same sign after doing step one, we add the numbers and we keep the common sign. If we have a different sign for each number, we subtract the numbers and we keep the greater number sign. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. So I have -3 minus a -5. Hey, look. Now it says add the opposite of the second number. So I actually keep the first number and I add the opposite of 5. -5 is 5. Now I want you to look here. The rule said two negatives equals a positive. I have the two negatives right by each other. I made it a positive and I just put the digit down. Both of those work. This is this when there's two negatives. So I look and I say, are these positive? Two positives, two negatives, or a negative and a positive? Remember, this is wearing its invisibility cloak, so it is a positive. So I have a negative and a positive, different signs. I subtract 5 and 3 and I get 2. And I keep the number, not the value, the number with the greater sign. The value, the number here is 5, so it would stay positive. Let's go to the next one. Now I have a -1 minus 4. Not minus a -4, but minus 4. So 4 actually is a positive number because we don't write the positives in front of our regular numbers. So the only time we do that is when we have a negative, and that's what this one looks like. So now I have to add the opposite of the second number. I keep the first number. I turn my minus into a positive. And then what is the opposite of +4? Well, we learned that last semester. An opposite is the -4. Now I'm on to step 2. Do they have the same sign or different signs? Well, this is my operation, but the sign in front of my integers are negative, so they are the same. So I add my integers. 1 and 4 equals 5. And what's my common sign? Negative. Now, example 3. So we'll take a look and I see right away that I have two negatives. So I'm going to say that's positive. So I end up with 3 plus 3, and my answer equals 6. Remember, if you use a number line, you'll see why it works out this way. If you are using the algorithm, it doesn't help you with why, but it just makes the problems a little bit easier. Example 4. So again, now remember, this has a parenthesis, this doesn't. It's okay. It still means that they're right next to each other. So I keep my first number. 2 negatives is a positive, and then I bring down the 4. Now I'm on to step 2. Same sign, different signs. Negative, positive. So I subtract 6 and 4 and get 2. Which number is larger? So which sign do I keep? The number 6 is larger, so I keep the negative. There we go again. 2 negatives next to each other. So I have 3. Oh, wait. I made an error. I actually wanted to make this number a -3. I left it off. So make sure you put your -3 in. So I'm going to make sure I put my -3 in. Now I have 2 negatives equals a positive. Now I have a negative and a positive because it's wearing its invisibility cloak. So there's that that positive sign. Same signs. Add the numbers. Oh no, different signs. My apologies. This is negative. This is positive. They're different, so I subtract. I end up with a 0. 0 is neither negative nor positive, so I leave it as is. Now here's a rational number. A rational number are fractions and decimals, but I'm going to go ahead and follow this exactly like it says up top. So first I leave my first number as is, and it says to add the opposite of the number, the second number. This happens to be a positive. The only way it would be a negative is there was 2 negatives by there. So it's a positive, but I turn it into the opposite, which is 2 4/10. Now, the symbols are the same. The signs are the same. I go over to where it says to add. So I just take 6 and I put in my decimal. You have to remember that a whole number has a decimal to the right with a 0 as a placeholder. And I put 2 4/10 and I add. Now, it becomes 8 4/10, but they share a common sign, and that's what I put there. That, my friends, is how we use the algorithm to to subtract integers and rational numbers. Sorry for all my mistakes along the way.